All right, good morning, Facebook world, Twitter world, online community. This is Optimusmastro from Confessions of a 30-something Cybertronian, www.prime1-marco.blogspot.com. I encourage you to go over there, sign up, subscribe to the blog, follow me either by network blogging or by the Google account. Generally speaking, I don't like to do a lot of YouTube videos. I try to do one every 2 to 3 months, but I've gotten some response based on the Ray Comfort versus when I called out Ray Comfort, it was Catholic apologetics. There's two things I want to address today. One of them is basically the Catholic dimension of it. It's unusual because I never get the responses down below in YouTube. I get them coming to my Hotmail account. So if people are going to the blog, coming to my my personal email and calling me out, I don't mind that. If you guys have something to say, I'm coming out there facing you in the online world, man to man, right here. If you want to debate, fine. We'll do it in the spirit of respect. I don't mind. I called out Ray Comfort the same way I called out Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, different story. HBK, he had that conversion experience, and all of us went through it as Catholics. We grew up in a church that was a bit wishy-washy. It was a cultural thing, what have you, and we knew about Jesus, we didn't know Jesus. And then that conversion happens. Ray Comfort made a bold statement. When you say stuff like, Catholics aren't Christian, really, it just exposes your own ignorance, and I'm going to stay with that statement. Recently on Generation Benedict, one of the Facebook groups, there was it wasn't Generation Benedict, but I think it was Catholic Orthodox Anglican discussion. A gentleman was out there, and he was throwing the arrow, but when people would respond in an intelligent manner, he would retreat. So again, a message to all my evangelical brothers and sisters: you can't prove the Bible by the Bible. It's not an acceptable argument. It just doesn't make any sense intellectually or logically. Whatever way you look at it, it just doesn't gel. It's like a Muslim proving the Quran from the Quran. You can't. You have to take it back a little step further, and you have to dig a little deeper. Obviously, prayer is important, but you can't be afraid of education. You can't be afraid of rational discourse. Fideism is it's poison, right? You know that truth exists and truth is one, and whether you get there by here or by here, you're going to that same wellspring. The other thing, I was asked a question, okay, what's the difference between Gracie Baja and Gracie Academy? Gracie Baja concentrates on competition jiu-jitsu. Gracie Academy concentrates a little bit more on self-defense. So, questions like that, email me personally. The other thing is, how do I succeed online? Well, there's no recipe for success online. You can make a minimal amount of money, but you got to keep watering the plant. You got to get out there. If you notice, all my ads are monetized. That doesn't mean I'm soliciting you guys for money, but what happens is by using AdSense or by using some sort of monetization, whether on the blog or elsewhere, with a product that you're offering through ClickBank, if you're going to attach your name to it, make sure you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, there's no use to that. On my blog at www.prime1-marco.blogspot.com, Confessions of a 30-something Cybertronian, you'll notice I have the Optimus workout, and it's a basic push-pull routine. I do endorse it; it's safe. But you also have the free program as well on that for anybody who wants a quick template to either lose weight or get in shape. Summer's coming. Yeah, it's basically you got to get out there. You have to make sure your face is out there. You're constantly commenting. You're on different message boards. You're doing what you can to make sure your brand advances. When I created Optimusmastro, we created it in 1999. It was just an accident. And now, if you Google Optimusmastro, it's kind of my face is everywhere, and it's just an extension to borrow from pro wrestling of me, kind of with the volume cranked all the way up till 10. So yeah, it's a little bit over to the top, but at the same time, it's getting its message across. 100% Catholic, 100% pro wrestling nut job. The Thomist thinker expressing himself with pro wrestling edge. So that's about it. And the final thing was Catholic voting guide. There is one online. I think our friends in the US have one. Basically, defense of the unborn, protection of marriage, stem cells, then you go into the social issues. In Canada, sometimes, like, you know, we're handcuffed. We don't have anybody who's defending pro-life stuff. You know, you got the NDP, which is completely left of center to the point where, you know, you're going into socialism a little bit. And, you know, what I tell people is I'm not a socialist, I'm not a communist, I'm not a capitalist, I'm not a agnostic, atheist, I'm a Catholic. That's it, plain and simple. So, do I believe in laissez-faire economics? Yes. Do I believe in, you know, crushing the little guy? No. That has to be an internal thing. The church, grace, obviously builds on nature. It's an infusion. It starts in here and it moves outward. The Protestant understanding of it would be a little bit different. It's like you remain in your nature, and Christ puts a white blanket over you. Maybe both sides are the same coin, but as Catholic, it's infusion. So that call to holiness grows outward. So you are free to do as your conscience dictates, provided your conscience, of course, is formed. So that's enough for today. But I am Optimusmastro. This, you know, if you're looking to, you know, get online and do some online marketing, I encourage you to go over to my blog. I encourage you to link to my Facebook, add me as a friend, and I'll help you as much as I can. So all I ask in return is some prayers. Obviously, September's approaching quickly, so I hope peace to things there. Anyways, peace.